Hi, I'm Chase. As Paw Patrol's police pup, I'm ready for action and here to help with any rescue. Here's one of my favorites. Mission Paw, Quest for the Crown. Chase is on the case.
Paw Patrol, Paw Patrol.
The pups are playing a royally fun game. They are pretending that Sky is a princess and Chase's dog bowl is her crown.
Royal guards, Chase. Please make sure no one gets their paws on my crown.
I'll keep it safe, Princess Sky.
Chase stands guard. Rubble trots over, distracts Chase, and runs off with the dog bowl.
Hey, come back with that crown.
Chase runs after Rubble, but Rubble flicks the crown through the air to Zuma while Marshall tries to block Chase. Chase leaps high over Marshall, snags the flying dog bowl crown from the air, and puts it down with a triumphant grin.
Ruff! The crown is safe.
Great job, Chase. Nobody's gonna take the real thing when you're watching it. Yup, that's why the Earl of Barkingburg wanted your help, Chase.
I sure hope I do a good job. I've never been on a special assignment before.
Hey, Chase, the air patroller is waiting. Ready to go to Barkingburg?
No crown's too big, no crown thief's too small. Or something like that.
Cool, then let's go.
Meanwhile, at Barkingburg Castle, the real princess stares at the sparkling red and gold crown in the royal display stand. Her royal kitties roam nearby. The princess thinks the royal crown is so lovely and cannot wait to wear it. The Earl of Barkingburg reassures the princess that she will be able to wear the crown once she becomes queen. Until that day, the crown will be on display for all to enjoy. Just then, Sweetie, the princess's pampered pup, walks up and stares longingly at the crown. It's so shiny. It's so pretty. Sweetie thinks the crown should be hers. Sweetie leaps up to grab the crown for herself, but the princess catches her. The princess thinks it's adorable that her precious Poochie wants to wear the crown, but Sweetie is not amused. She thinks she deserves to be a queen. She needs to make a plan to take the royal crown. Sweetie wears a pink, sparkly remote control collar that can send a signal to her robo-minion, Busby. But the collar isn't working. Frustrated, Sweetie begins to scratch at her collar to activate it. Busby looks like a little toy frog dressed as a knight, and when Sweetie scratches her collar, the robo-minion comes to life and rolls after her. Meanwhile, in the air patroller, Ryder and Chase approach the kingdom.
Look, Chase, that's Barkingburg up ahead.
Wow! I've never been in a castle before, unless you count a bouncy castle.
I know you'll make Paw Patrol proud, Chase. Time for you to fly solo.
Chase is on the case in a brand new place.
Chase races through the double doors to the back of the air patroller and leaps into his flight pack.
Paw Patrol!
Chase jumps out the back of the air patroller and onto a cable, which releases him into the night sky as his flight pack transforms into a glider jetpack. Chase swoops down towards the glittering lights of Barkingburg Castle.
Woohoo! Whoa! Barkingburg is so beautiful.
Intent on stealing the crown, Sweetie, followed by Busby, quietly enters the deserted display room. As she tiptoes toward the shiny crown, a stained glass window opens and Chase flies into the room.
Chase, reporting for... Whoa!
Chase lands on the floor and slides right past Sweetie and crashes to a halt. Hearing the noise, the Earl and Princess rush in. Chase hurries back into the room, having quickly changed into a fancy tuxedo and bow tie. He stands at attention and bows to the princess.
Good evening, Your Royalness.
The princess thinks Chase is very cute. She walks over and pats him on the head. Jealous, Sweetie sits up and whimpers. The princess introduces Chase to her royal pooch, Sweetie.
Hi, Sweetie.
Sweetie smiles at Chase, then turns her head and sticks out her tongue in disgust. The princess is thrilled that the royal crown will be guarded by her favorite Paw Patrol pup.
Me? Really? Oh, thanks, your princessness.
The Earl walks over and pulls a lamp on the wall, flipping it around to reveal the royal alarm system. He activates laser beams that surround the crown's display stand. The laser beams will detect anyone trying to get near the royal crown.
Don't worry, Earl. I'd stop them before they got that close.
The princess waves goodnight as she and the Earl walk out, followed closely behind by an unimpressed Sweetie.
Sleep tight, princess. Good night, Sweetie.
Sweetie has a plan to get Chase away from the crown, but needs to gear up. Later that night, dressed in a black cat burglar outfit, Sweetie peeks out from an alcove. A robotic arm extends from her pup pack and places a wind-up toy mouse that she sets on the floor, turns the crank, and releases. Sweetie calls out to the royal kitties. The two royal cats bounce excitedly into the room. The toy mouse zooms in front of Chase, startling him.
Whoa! It's just a toy.
The royal cats pass in front of Chase, and he wriggles his nose.
Uh-oh, kittens! I'm allergic to them! Achoo! Uh-oh, achoo!
Chase's sneezes make him fly backwards right into the motion detector's laser beams. The alarm bells ring throughout the castle, and the lights in the crown room turn on.
Gotta turn the alarm off! Achoo!
As the royal kittens scamper after the wind-up toy mouse, the sneaky pup Sweetie smiles a conniving smile. She barks to activate her vacuum snatcher, and a thick hose shoots from her pup pack. Just like that, the vacuum hose snatches the crown from its pedestal and quickly tucks the crown into Sweetie's pack. Sweetie was very good at being very bad. As Sweetie and Busby run down the hallway, Chase turns off the alarm. The princess and the Earl race in. They can't believe their eyes. The royal crown of Barkingburg is gone.
Those kittens made me sneeze, so I didn't see who took it. But now I'm starting to pick up a scent. The thief went this way.
Chase races out of the room and hurries down the hallway.
Ruff! Night vision glasses!
At Chase's command, a pair of high-tech goggles wrap around his head. The glasses are so powerful that he can see things invisible to the regular eye.
I'm picking up heat signatures from the thief's paws?
Through his night vision glasses, Chase sees bright paw prints that lead down the hall and around the corner. There, he finds Sweetie admiring herself in front of a bejeweled mirror, and she's wearing the crown.
Sweetie? You took the royal crown?
That would be Queen Sweetie, she tells Chase. She's going to make sure that everyone thinks Chase is the thief.
Oh, we'll see about that. I'm calling for backup.
Chase's bow tie glows as he speaks into it.
Ryder, this is Chase. The crown of Barkingburg was taken, but I caught the thief. It's...
Just then, Sweetie's robotic arm snatches Chase's bow tie off of his neck, and Ryder loses his connection.
Chase! Chase! Come in!
The robotic arm stashes the bow tie in Sweetie's pup pack, then reaches up and pulls at a lamp on the wall. With that, a trap door opens underneath the unsuspecting Chase, and the police pup plummets down below. Ryder keeps trying to reach Chase without any luck.
Chase! Chase!
Swooshing down a long, winding slide, Chase falls deeper and deeper underneath the castle until he lands in the basement with a thud. The trapdoor closes. Chase is alone. Back upstairs, the scheming Sweetie is very pleased with herself. Hiding the crown in her pup pack, she happily trots down the hallway with a sly smile on her face. But when Sweetie makes it to the princess and the Earl, she begins to cry a very fake cry. Sweetie tells them that she saw Chase run off with the crown. The royals cannot believe it. The princess doesn't know what to do. Meanwhile, at the lookout, Ryder is getting more and more worried.
Ryder calling Chase. Can you read me? Come in, Chase.
Just then, the big screen on the wall flashes on. It's the Earl and the princess. Sadly, they tell Ryder that the crown is gone, and they think they know who took it.
Chase? No, that's impossible. We're on our way to find him and prove he didn't do it. And find your crown.
With that, Ryder pulls out his pup pad and calls the other pups. They're still outside playing, but when their pup tags light up at the sound of Ryder's voice, they stop what they're doing to listen.
Paw Patrol, to the Air Patroller.
Ryder needs us.
Rocky, Rebel, Zuma, and Sky race to the giant plane.
Look out!
Marshall trips over a red dog bowl, rolls across the lawn, and knocks over all the other pups. The dog bowl falls from above and lands on his head. It looks like Marshall is wearing a crown.
Guess I'm the king of the wipeouts.
The pups join Ryder inside the Air Patroller and it takes off. As Ryder talks to the pups, Robo-Dog flies the plane.
Bad news, pups. Chase is missing.
Oh no! What happened?
I know how you feel. We've never lost a pup before. And we're not going to start now. An extraordinary mission like this calls for extraordinary gear and vehicles. Pups, this is a Mission Paw.
Whoa! Mission Paw!
Robo-Dog, put us in stealth mode.
The Air Patroller transforms into stealth mode and blasts off. It leaves Adventure Bay and reaches Barkingburg Castle's bridge. Just then, a top-secret airplane hangar rises from the river. The Air Patroller lands in the secret hangar, and just like that, the whole contraption with the giant airplane inside disappears back under the water.
Welcome to our new underwater HQ, pups.
Whoa!
Time to gear up, Mission Paw style.
Ryder and the pups race from the Air Patroller to a big elevator. The elevator takes Ryder and the pups down. They gear up in their Mission Paw uniforms, pup packs, and helmets as they head to the Mission Paw control room.
Okay, pups, we've got to find Chase and the missing crown.
But Barkingburg is so big. Where do we start?
Chase's special bow tie pup tag sends GPS signals.
Ryder presses a button on his wrist communicator and a map of Barkingburg Castle pops up on the big screen. A blip flickers on the castle map.
Looks like Chase's pup tag is somewhere in the castle.
We'll go there first. Once we're inside, we should get a stronger signal so we can pinpoint his exact location. So for this mission, Rocky, I'll need you to use your new radar scanner that can look right through castle walls.
Whoa! Green means go, go, go!
And if you need to knock down any of those walls, Marshall, your new hydro launcher shoots a super powerful blast of water.
I'm ready for a really rough rescue.
All right, Mission Paw is on a roll.
Paw Patrol!
Ryder touches his wrist communicator. Robo-Dog arrives in their new blue and red pup carrier mission cruiser. As the hatches open, Ryder and the pups race in and put on their seatbelts.
Robo-Dog, put your metal to the pedal.
The Mission Paw cruiser races down a tunnel, popping out of a secret exit and zooming down the streets of Barkingburg. Meanwhile, Chase paces in his cell, eyeing the trap door in the ceiling.
If I fire a tennis ball at that hatch, maybe it will knock it open. Ruh! Launcher!
Chase's tennis ball launcher pops up from his pup pack and shoots tennis balls at the hatch. But the balls hit the roof, bounce wildly around the cell, and fly back at Chase.
Whoa!
Meanwhile, outside Barkingburg Castle, Ryder and the pups talk with the Earl and Princess. Sweetie, holding Chase's bow tie, peeks out from behind the castle door. The royals think Chase is long gone with the crown.
I don't think so, sir. His pup tag signal is stronger than ever.
Ryder holds up his wrist communicator, showing a map of the castle and a blinking blip.
He's somewhere in the castle.
Seeing that the Paw Patrol can track Chase through his bow tie, Sweetie hatches a sneaky plan. Along with her minion Busby, she runs up a flight of winding stairs up the castle tower and outside to the roof. She spots a gargoyle, a spooky dragon statue made of stone attached to the castle wall. It's the perfect hiding spot. Her robotic arm extends from her pup pack and places Chase's bow tie into the mouth of the gargoyle. Sweetie then pulls the crown from her pack. While everyone else is busy looking for the bow tie, she's going to pretend to find the crown and pretend to be the hero. Everyone will adore her, and they'll have to make her queen, Sweetie. Back inside the castle, the team searches the crown room. Ryder's wrist communicator projects a map of the castle for all to see.
Okay, let's see what the GPS can tell us. Chase's pup tag signal is coming from on top of that tower. Let's go find Chase and the crown.
Ready, Ryder. We're on it.
They race up the staircase. Meanwhile, in Chase's cell, the tennis balls continue to bounce all around. Chase jumps, ducks, and dodges all the flying tennis balls.
I think I need a new plan.
Back upstairs, Marshall is running down a hallway filled with suits of armor.
This way, pups. Follow me.
Unbeknownst to the fire pup, Sweetie and Busby are in the hallway too. They are hiding behind a painting, and as soon as Marshall passes, sneaky Sweetie uses the mechanical arm from her pup pack to tip over a suit of armor. That suit of armor knocks over another, then another, then another. All the suits of armor fall down, blocking the hallway and startling Marshall.
Oh boy,
Marshall, are you okay?
I never touched him. Honest. I got this, Marshall. Woof! Construction claw.
Rubble's construction claw pops out from his pup pack, lifting the suits of armor back into place.
Thanks, Rubble.
Ryder checks his wrist communicator.
The signal's stronger now. We're close.
Sweetie starts to worry. The Paw Patrol is close to finding Chase's pup tag bow tie. She needs to move it before they find it. She sneaks off with Busby back to the roof and uses her robotic arm to lock the roof's door. Sweetie then hurries to the gargoyle, grabs Chase's bow tie, and flings it off the roof where it falls down into the castle's moat. When Ryder and the pups arrive at the rooftop's door, it won't open.
How are we gonna open this door?
With our Mission Paw gear. Marshall.
On it. Arf! Hydro launcher.
A mini water cannon pops out of Marshall's pup pack, shooting a high-pressure stream of water at the door. The stream of water is so strong, it cuts through the wooden door like a laser beam. Seeing that the door is being cut open, Sweetie picks up Busby and parachutes off the castle roof. Marshall's water jet finishes cutting off the lock. Ryder kicks in the door and it flies open.
Chase, we're here.
Ryder and the pups look around, but Chase is nowhere to be found.
Where is he?
Ryder checks his wrist communicator.
I don't know, but his pup tag signal's coming from down there?
Ryder and the pups look over the edge down at the moat below. They see Chase's bow tie pup tag floating on the water's surface just before it sinks.
We haven't been chasing Chase. We've just been chasing his bow tie pup tag.
I bet somebody took it from him to lead us on a wild goose chase.
Or a wild chase.
There's a camera in Chase's pup tag. Maybe it took a picture of who's behind all this. Come on.
Let's go bow tie fishing.
While Ryder and the pups race back down the stairs, Sweetie and Busby enter the crown room where an anxious princess and earl pace. The dishonest doggy pretends to be very sad. She hangs her head low and whimpers as she walks slowly into the room. Dramatically, she drops to the floor in exhaustion as her robo-arm presents the crown to the princess. The royals are shocked. Sweetie proceeds to tell them her lie, that she recovered the crown in the clutches of the villainous Paw Patrol pup known as Chase, but he got away. She'll humbly accept whatever the royals choose to reward her with, while not so subtly tapping the royal crown with her robo-arm. For her brave deed, the princess agrees to let Sweetie wear the crown and places it on her head. The earl is shocked. The crown is only meant for the princess when she becomes queen. The princess reminds him that it's all in fun and invites puppy Queen Sweetie to join her for a crumpet at the royal bakery. Sweetie says she'll be along in a moment, but as soon as the princess and Earl leave, Sweetie tells a butler that she's the new queen and orders him to bring her 100 hamburgers. Meanwhile, outside, Ryder and the pups arrive at Barkingburg Castle's moat.
Zuma, time to use your scuba gear with super sonar.
Super cool. But, what's sonar?
That's using sound waves to find stuff you can't see underwater.
Let's dive in. Ruff! Scuba sonar.
Zuma's scuba sonar pops out of his pup pack, while goggles and a scuba mouthpiece slide out of his high-tech helmet. Zuma dives into the murky moat, swimming downward in the cloudy water.
I can barely see my paw in front of my face. Activating super sonar. Ruff!
At Zuma's command, the sonar starts allowing him to see shapes from the sound waves through his high-tech goggles.
What do the sound waves show you down there, Zuma?
Mostly rocks. There it is! Chase's pup tag.
Way to go, Zuma! Now use your aqua drone to raise it up.
As Zuma swims in the moat towards Chase's pup tag bow tie, Chase is in the basement of the castle lying on the cold stone floor. He is feeling defeated. Will he ever get out of this dismal room? Just then, his ears twitch. Is that a sonar in the distance?
Sounds like somebody's out there. I gotta signal them. But how?
At that moment, one of Chase's bouncing tennis balls rolls into a metal water bowl on the floor.
I know.
Back in the deep, dark water, Zuma swims up close to the bow tie.
Preparing to raise the pup tag. Ruff! Aqua drone.
At Zuma's command, a little drone swims over to the bow tie. Its robo-arm snatches the bow tie up and takes it back to the surface where Ryder and the pups are eagerly waiting.
There it is! Awesome job, Zuma!
Ryder pulls the drone with Chase's pup tag out of the water. Zuma starts to swim upward, but suddenly stops.
Hold on, my super sonar's picking up a sound. From the castle wall?
Inside the basement, Chase has propped the metal water bowl against the wall and fires tennis balls from his launcher at it.
Go ahead, Zuma.
I think someone's sending a signal from the castle basement. You think it might be Chase?
We better check it out. Rocky, you and Marshall come with me. Sky, Zuma, and Rubble head back to the mission cruiser and wait to hear from us.
Ryder, Rocky, and Marshall run inside the castle. They race down a long hallway towards the noise.
Rocky, use your radar scanner to see who's making that noise.
Ruff! Radar scanner!
At Rocky's command, a radar dish pops out of his pup pack while his helmet visor glows, allowing him to see images of what's behind the walls. First, Rocky sees an outline of a treasure chest, but as he moves down the hallway, he sees an outline of Chase throwing tennis balls.
It's Chase! He's right on the other side of that wall. How do we get him out?
I have an idea.
Ryder taps his wrist communicator to call Rubble.
Rubble, we found Chase. We need your mini miner.
Rubble on the double. Don't worry, Chase. Rubble's on the case.
Rubble races from the castle to a sturdy yellow vehicle with a large, powerful drill on the end. It's his mini miner. He can use it to break through stone. Back in the basement, Chase keeps hitting the tennis balls on the pan, but he's getting worried.
I just hope someone hears me.
Unbeknownst to Chase, Rubble has stormed the castle. As the construction pup zooms down the hallway on his mini miner, he presses a button to turn on the tunnel driller. The brave bulldog heads straight into the wall, and the super tough drill starts to rattle the stone bricks. The bricks start to shift and crack. On the other side of the wall, Chase jumps in surprise.
Whoa!
Rubble's mini miner makes a hole in the wall and he crashes through to the other side. He made it! Ryder and the other pups run into the room.
Chase, you're safe!
Chase!
Chase jumps on Ryder and they both fall to the ground.
Way to roll, Paw Patrol. Actually, we're on a mission, Paw.
And so are you, Chase. But now we've got to find who took the crown.
I already know. It's the royal pup, Sweetie. Come on.
Back in the display room, Sweetie happily wears the crown while lounging on the princess's throne eating hamburgers when Ryder and the pups burst in.
Sweetie, there's the royal crown thief.
Sweetie is truly surprised. How did Chase escape? She's about to summon the guards when the princess and Earl hear the commotion and rush in.
Chase, let's show them the footage from your bow tie pup tag.
Right, rough bow tie cam.
At Chase's command, his bow tie projects video footage of Sweetie wearing the crown, staring at herself in the mirror. She admits to taking the crown and that she's going to tell everyone Chase took it. As the video ends, the royals stare at Sweetie in shock. The princess reaches for her crown, but Sweetie bolts off the throne.
Watch out! After her!
Sweetie races out of the castle with Busby and jumps into a sports car, zooming off towards Barkingburg Bridge. Ryder and the Paw Patrol rush out just in time to see her race away.
She's getting away!
Not for long. Chase, follow me in your new three-wheeler. Sky, it's time to fly. Grab your Sky Cycle.
Chase and Sky rush to their new vehicles while Ryder puts on his helmet with high-tech goggles and zips off on his skateboard. Chase follows on his three-wheeler with Sky right behind on her cycle.
Mission Paw is on a roll.
Sweetie zips along the Barkingburg streets, glancing at her dashboard screen, watching as Ryder, Chase, and Sky start to gain on her. She swerves off the bridge, flips in the air, and starts to plummet toward the river.
Sweetie, no!
Sweetie quickly pushes a button, transforming her car into a helicopter. She swoops above the water, then heads up into the starry night sky.
Sky, catch that copter car!
This pup's gotta fly really high.
At Sky's command, her cycle transforms into a quadcopter. She lifts it higher and higher, chasing after Sweetie. Sweetie banks sharply around a clock tower, but Sky stays right on her tail.
It'll take more than that to shake me, sweetie.
Sweetie yanks the wheel, turning her copter upside down. But while Sweetie's copter is upside down, the crown falls off her head. When Sweetie unbuckles herself and Busby to reach for the crown, they fall out of the copter and plunge through the air.
Sky, we'll catch her. You get that crown.
Going down. Woof! Suction cup launcher.
At Sky's command, a suction cup shoots out of her pup pack, snags the crown, and reels it back to Sky. Meanwhile, on the sidewalk, Ryder and Chase race to get into position.
She's gonna land right here. Chase, use your landing pad.
Rough landing pad.
At Chase's command, a big inflatable airbag shoots from his three-wheeler and blows up into a bouncy mattress just as Sweetie falls into it. Busby falls out of the sky right onto Sweetie, and she gives him a big hug. Later that night, just outside the castle, a mopey Sweetie sits with Busby in her doghouse. Someone has put a pretty fence around the doghouse so Sweetie can't make any more mischief. Inside the castle, the Paw Patrol are welcomed by the royal family. The princess apologizes to Chase for thinking that he took her crown and declares that he'll always be her favorite pup.
Thanks, your princessness, but I had a lot of help.
The royals thank the Paw Patrol by gifting them pupcakes made by their royal baker.
Whenever Barkingburg has another problem, Princess and your Earlness just yelp for help.
Wasn't that a pawsome mission? It was truly a wild experience. Wild! That reminds me of another wild adventure. Dino Rescue Pups and the Lost Dino Eggs. When it comes to rescues and lost dino eggs, Chase is on the case.
It's a beautiful sunny day, and the pups are having fun playing with a ball at the beach.
I wonder when Ryder's getting back. He said he's got a big surprise for us. Good question, Marshall.
Yeah, I wonder where Ryder's been going lately.
Suddenly, their pup tags light up. At the sound of Ryder's voice, they stop what they're doing and listen.
Hi, pups. I'm back. And I brought that surprise with me. Head to the lookout.
The pups race back to the lookout.
Way to go, pups! We made it back to the lookout in record time. And look, there's Ryder.
Ryder, we're so glad you're home.
Yeah, what's the surprise? A new flavor of pup treats?
Tell us.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll show you.
Ryder smiles as he taps on his wrist communicator.
Rex?
The pups hear an unfamiliar voice from Ryder's wrist communicator.
On my way.
A Bernese mountain pup races up. He has a harness strapped around his waist connected to motorized wheels. He circles around the pups, stops by Ryder, and smiles. He's super fast.
Hey, everybody. I'm Rex.
Hey, Rex. Great to meet you.
Welcome to Adventure Bay.
Cool wheels, dude.
Thanks. I use them to get around. You must be Chase. And you're Marshall, and Sky, and Zuma, and Rubble, and Rocky. Actually, I'm Rocky.
And I'm Rubble.
And I'm a little mixed up. Ryder, you were right. These are the nicest pups I've ever met. Actually, the only pups I've ever met.
You've never met another pup?
Nope. I'm the only one where I come from.
Where's that?
That's the other part of my surprise.
Ryder taps his wrist communicator.
Robo-Dog, we're ready to go.
Are we taking the Paw Patroller?
No.
This!
A large silver, red, and blue truck with thick, chunky wheels and yellow spikes rises up from the ground and stops in front of the pups.
Whoa!
Awesome!
What a ride!
It's the only way to get where we're going.
'Cause where I live, there aren't any roads.
Okay, pups, all aboard.
The pups race up the new patroller's ramp, find their seats, and buckle in.
There are some other big surprises where I come from. I can't wait to show you.
Robo-Dog, head for Jake's Mountain.
Robo-Dog pushes a button and the new patroller races away. Meanwhile, a little farther down the road, Mayor Humdinger is riding his kitty carrier. He knows his kitty's carrier is way too small and promises to swipe them a bigger one soon. Just then, he sees the Paw Patrol's new patroller pass on the other side of the road. That would be the perfect vehicle for him and his kitties. He quickly turns the carrier around and follows the new patroller. Miserable Mayor Humdinger is on a mission. He is going to swipe the patroller. Unaware of Mayor Humdinger's mischievous plans, the pups happily enjoy the bumpy ride inside the patroller.
Cool! Whoa, dude!
Hold on, the ride's about to get wilder.
Are you gonna go all the way up the mountain?
No, we're gonna drive through it.
Whoa!
And with that, Ryder and the pups enter a cave at the base of the mountain with carved dinosaurs at its opening. As soon as they're inside, the new patroller begins to transform. Its wheels become wider, allowing it to easily roll over the boulders that are all over the bottom of the cave. The pups look out the window and can't believe their eyes. There are giant green glowing crystals jutting out of the rocks.
Whoa! Check it out!
This place is so cool. I never knew this place was here.
Unbeknownst to Ryder and the pups, Mayor Humdinger and his kitties are following close behind. In his purple top hat and matching suit, he bumps along the big rocks, barely able to cross over them on his super small vehicle. Up ahead, the pups approach a beautiful sight.
Ryder, watch out. There's a waterfall ahead.
Yep, I know.
To the surprise of the pups, Robo-Dog hits the gas and the patroller speeds up, flies through the waterfall, and lands in a lush world filled with giant rocks, tall palm trees, colorful plants, and a large volcano.
Whoa!
It's beautiful.
Home.
Suddenly, the patroller begins shaking.
Whoa! What's that?
As Ryder and the pups exit the patroller, they look up and up and up to see a large purple brachiosaurus walking by while pterodactyls fly in the sky.
Dinosaurs?
Awesome! Amazing!
Welcome to the Dino Wilds.
A brown dinosaur with spikes on its back walks up to the pups as a few orange dinos with long tails follow close behind.
Those are
Triceratops. And those are velociraptors. They're so cool. Oh, those are pterodactyls. They look like birds, but did you know they're flying dinosaurs?
No, but I do now. You know a lot about dinos.
Thanks. Come check this out.
Rex takes Ryder and the pups to the Dino Center, a red and yellow building with a lookout tower and a fenced-in yard. An enormous teal dinosaur stands in the front yard, calmly eating from a tree.
This is my place. Don't be afraid. This is a Brachiosaurus. Did you know she just eats plants? Approximately 800 pounds a day.
Whoa!
Just then, a red-haired woman in glasses emerges from the Dino Center. She's quickly followed by a smiling young girl with buns in her hair.
This is Dr. Turbot and her daughter Taylor. I live here with them. Dr. Turbot is the only dinosaur vet in the world.
Nice to meet ya. Wait, Turbot, like Captain Turbot?
You know Captain Turbot? That's Taylor's uncle.
Possum. Rex, why is the Brachiosaurus here?
Dr. Turbot's giving the Brachiosaurus a checkup. And some snacks. She needs extra nutrition because she just laid an egg. She's going to be a massive, mega-sized mommy. This Brachiosaurus mommy says, thanks for lunch. But she wants to get back to her egg. It's gonna hatch soon.
How did you know what she said?
I speak dinosaur.
Wow, that's cool. Can we follow her? I'd love to see a baby dino hatch.
Me too.
Yeah, me too. But that's not a great idea. We have to keep our distance from dinosaur eggs.
Dr. Turbot explains that dinosaur parents are very protective of their young and their nests. But she's happy to introduce them to another patient.
Yeah, totally. Let's go.
Dr. Turbot brings the pups to a green stegosaurus with yellow spikes down its back and its tail in a cast.
I've seen a picture of one of these dinos. A somethingosaurus.
It's called a stegosaurus. Poor guy has a boo-boo on his tail. But he says he's feeling better. Oh, and he's wondering what kind of dinos you pups are.
This is the coolest place ever.
Yeah, can we take a tour in the Dino Patroller?
Hey, that's a great name for it. To the Dino Patroller.
Meanwhile, Mayor Humdinger and the kitties emerge from the waterfall on their kitty carrier. Just then, a dinosaur with 2 horns on its head and 1 on its nose walks by. It's a Triceratops. The dino is so big that as it walks by, it shakes the ground and causes the kitty carrier door to open. The cats tumble out of the carrier, take one look at the giant dinosaur, and race back towards the waterfall. Mayor Humdinger is in shock. What is this crazy place? As the Triceratops walks away, the scheming mayor realizes that instead of swiping the patroller, he should swipe a dinosaur. If he could catch a dinosaur and bring it back to Foggy Bottom, people from everywhere would come to see Humdinger's Dinosaur Ranch. He races after the Triceratops on his kitty carrier. As he follows the Triceratops, something big and blue and oval catches Mayor Humdinger's eye. It's a dinosaur egg. The mayor quickly realizes that it would be much easier to steal an egg from its nest than to catch a grown-up dinosaur. That way, he could take it to Foggy Bottom and raise his very own baby dino. Humdinger takes the dinosaur egg, puts it in his kitty carrier, and races off. Just then, the mama Brachiosaurus returns from her checkup at the Dino Center. She looks for her egg, sees that it's missing, and lets out a loud, earth-shaking roar. Extremely upset, she thumps back to the Dino Center and starts doing a lot of dino damage. She knocks over a shed and several trees. Dr. Turbot doesn't know how to stop the dinosaur mommy from knocking down even more things. But she knows who to call for help, the Paw Patrol. Ryder answers his pup pad and carefully listens as Dr. Turbot and Taylor describe the situation.
We're on our way. No dinosaur's too big, no pup is too small. Paw Patrol to the Dino Tower.
The Dino Tower?
Follow me.
The pups run to their new Dino Tower, a large silver, red, and blue building with red spike accents and a huge paw print sign on top. As Marshall runs, he trips on a large dinosaur footprint, tumbles forward, rolling like a ball, and knocks into the other pups.
Marshall, watch out! Careful!
Whoa! I'm gonna be Dinosaur tomorrow.
As the Dino Tower rises, the pups gear up in their uniforms, pup packs, and helmets. Stepping out onto the tower's outdoor balcony, the pups can see magnificent prehistoric creatures everywhere they look.
Wow!
Paw Patrol, ready for action, riders, sir!
With Possum new dino gear.
Thanks, pups. Dr. Turbot called with a Brachiosaurus-sized problem. So get ready for a dino rescue. The mother Brachiosaurus came back to Dr. Turbot's and wrecked her corral and shed.
Oh no!
We have to fix the corral. Then we have to calm down the mama Brachiosaurus and find out why she's so upset. So for this mission I'll need Rocky. I'll need you to use your tools to fix the busted corral and shed.
Green beans, go!
Since Rex can speak dinosaur and Chase is an expert rounder-upper, I'll need you pups to use your dino vehicles to slow down the Brachiosaurus and find out what the problem is.
Chase is on the case.
Let's Dino do this.
All right, Paw Patrol is on a roll.
Paw Patrol!
Ryder takes the Dino lookout slide down.
Yeah!
Ruff, ruff.
Chase connects to a rope that lowers him into his blue and yellow Dino police car.
Woohoo!
Ruff, 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 ruff.
Rex connects to a rope that lowers him into his teal and green Dino car. Ryder zooms out on his ATV, followed by Rocky, Chase, and Rex. Together, they dash to the Dino Center to meet with Dr. Turbot and Taylor. The Paw Patrol is here to help.
We're on it. Rocky, use your tools to repair the corral fence.
Hammer!
As Rocky commands, a hammer pops out of his pup pack and he starts fixing a broken fence. Meanwhile, Rex races up to the Mama Brachiosaurus.
Hi. Hello. Roar, roar, roar. My name's Rex. Can we help you? You seem awfully worried. Oh no! She said someone napped her egg and she can't find it anywhere. Who would do something like that?
Further away, Mayor Humdinger is struck with an idea. If one dinosaur is a crowd pleaser, then more dinosaurs would be crowd pleasier. He decides to find and steal more dinosaur eggs. With a twirl of his mustache, the mean mayor darts away on his kitty carrier. Back at the Dino Center, Ryder and the pups try to comfort the Mama Brachiosaurus.
Don't worry, Big Mama. We'll find your egg and whoever took it.
A few of the pups roll up on their vehicles and Ryder gives them the plan.
Rex, Rocky, Chase, use your dino vehicles to go into the jungle and track down the egg snatcher.
Next, Ryder uses his wrist communicator to talk with Sky.
And Sky, I need you to use your dinocopter to do an aerial search.
Roger, Ryder. This pup's gotta fly.
Now that they have a plan in place, Ryder and the pups are on their way. Meanwhile, on the other side of Dino Wilds, Mayor Humdinger spots a bright orange dinosaur egg sitting in the dirt. He thinks it's even better than the last one. With 2 dinosaur eggs, his Dino Ranch will be the hottest ticket in town. Mayor Humdinger takes the orange egg and places it in his kitty carrier next to the first one and scampers away in search of more dino eggs. Moments later, an orange triceratops walks up to her nest and sees that her egg is missing. At the same time, the Paw Patrol zip down the road on their new dino vehicles, looking everywhere for clues.
See anything?
Nope.
Nothing.
Nothing yet.
Sky says from her pink and purple jet. Further away, Mayor Humdinger has found another egg. He takes it and places it next to the other 2. When the 3 different eggs hatch, he'll have the best dinosaur ranch ever. The mischievous mayor zips away looking for the tunnel that leads back home. As soon as he's gone, a Tyrannosaurus Rex walks up to her nest, finds her egg missing, and roars a mighty roar.
What was that?
Sounds like a T-Rex in trouble. She said her egg's missing too. We better find that egg snatcher fast.
Ryder activates his wrist communicator.
Sky, have you spotted the eggs yet?
Trees, and more trees, but no sign of missing eggs.
It's okay. Keep searching.
There's gotta be a clue around here somewhere. I feel like I'm missing something big.
The the Mama T-Rex stomps up right behind the Paw Patrol.
Chase? No sudden moves.
Whoa!
We should go.
The Paw Patrol race their vehicles away as the Mama T-Rex runs right behind them. Rex spots a log in front of them.
I've got an idea. Rough Dino Claw!
At Rex's command, a claw pops out of his dino car, picks up the log, and throws it. The log lands between two trees, blocking the T-Rex from following them.
Nice one, Rex. Let's go.
Rex looks back over his shoulder and tries to comfort the Mama T-Rex.
Don't worry, we'll get your baby back. Roar!
Meanwhile, Mayor Humdinger is having a very bumpy ride looking for his way home. He goes over a rather big bump, and the dinosaur eggs begin to crack in the back of his kitty carrier. Further away, the Paw Patrol has discovered their first dino egg napper clue.
Hey, check this out. Teeny tire tracks?
They don't match any of our vehicles.
It looks like somebody else found their way to the Dino Wilds. Let's follow the tracks and find out who.
A few seconds later, the Mama Brachiosaurus discovers the tiny tire tracks too. She gives them a sniff so she can follow the scent to track down the egg napper. She lets out a roar to call the other dino mommies. Together, they go to find their missing eggs. As Mayor Humdinger is riding the kitty carrier up a hill, he realizes that he must have taken a wrong turn. Nothing looks familiar. As he drives over another bump, the 3 dinosaur eggs fall out of the kitty carrier and begin rolling down the hill. Mayor Humdinger races down the hill trying to catch the runaway eggs. He reaches them just in time to see 2 of them crack open. An orange baby T-Rex and a teal baby Brachiosaurus emerge from 2 of the eggs. Mayor Humdinger tries to grab the little rascals, but they're too fast for him. Finally, he gives up on the baby dinos and settles on just keeping the last unhatched egg. Just then, from across the land and out of the sky, it's the Paw Patrol.
Stop right there, Mayor Humdinger.
So you're the dino egg snatcher.
While Mayor Humdinger pretends to be innocent, the last dinosaur egg hatches in his hands. A baby Triceratops pops out, knocking off Mayor Humdinger's purple hat. When Mayor Humdinger puts the baby Triceratops down to retrieve his hat, it walks towards the other baby dinos.
Aw, look at the itty-bitty dino babies.
Aww,
they're so cute.
While the Paw Patrol are not paying attention, Mayor Humdinger races over, grabs the baby Brachiosaurus, and starts running away.
We've got to get these little cuties back to their moms.
Wait, where's the baby Brachiosaurus?
There!
Mayor Humdinger is running up the mountainside with the baby Brachiosaurus when all of a sudden a large boulder starts rolling down the hill. He jumps out of the way as it barrels past.
That sounds like another big dino.
The mama dinosaurs have arrived, causing a rock slide down the mountain.
The Mama Brachiosaurus! She really wants her baby back!
Boulders continue to roll past the mayor as he runs holding the baby Brachiosaurus. But he trips and falls flat on the ground. The baby flies through the air and lands safely on a rocky archway. The Mama Brachiosaurus races towards her baby, but the rocky archway breaks, leaving Mama and baby on opposite sides of a canyon. More and more rocks keep rolling down the hill below, and they're headed towards the T-Rex and baby Triceratops.
We've got to keep these baby dinos safe from the rock slide. We need all paws on deck.
Ryder uses his wrist communicator to call for reinforcements.
Rubble, Marshall, Zuma, I need you here at the mountainside. Quick!
Sure, all right. On our way.
Marshall, Zuma, and Rubble jump in their dino vehicles and race to the rock slide. The Mama Brachiosaurus keeps trying to reach her baby on the other side of the broken archway.
Rubble, Zuma, quick! Use your dino vehicles to stop those boulders.
Rubble on the dino double.
Let's dive in.
Marshall, Zuma, and Rubble race up the mountain. Rubble's dino shovel knocks boulders out of the way.
Marshall, use your water cannons to slow them down.
Instant mud coming up. Arr, arr, water cannons.
At Marshall's command, water cannons pop out of his dino vehicle, spraying the ground and creating lots of mud. The rocks roll into the mud and stop. With the pups busy trying to stop the rock slide, Mayor Humdinger sees his chance. He grabs the baby T-Rex and Triceratops and races towards his kitty carrier. Just then, the mama Triceratops runs up, sees the mayor with the babies, and stomps on his kitty carrier. With no way to escape, Mayor Humdinger returns the baby Triceratops to its mother. Still holding the baby T-Rex, Mayor Humdinger spots the waterfall with the tunnel that will take him back home. He can still have his dino ranch with just a baby T-Rex. He runs towards the waterfall. Meanwhile, the Paw Patrol sees the baby Brachiosaurus trying to reach for its mother on the other side of the broken archway.
Oh no! Look!
The baby could fall! Sky, fly up and give that baby a lift back to its mama.
Sky flies her jet to the baby Brachiosaurus.
I've got you, little one. Hang on. Roof, harness.
At Sky's command, a harness pops out from the back of her dino jet and onto the scared baby dino.
Steady. I'll get you down. No worries, Big Mommy. We're gonna bring your baby back to you.
Sky lowers the baby Brachiosaurus to its mother. Together at last, Mama and baby Brachiosaurus rub noses.
Aww.
From up on the rock, Rex looks into the valley below, but he doesn't like what he sees.
Ryder, Mayor Humdinger's got the baby T-Rex, and he's heading for the tunnel.
We've got to stop him. Chase!
On the dino case.
As Mayor Humdinger races towards the waterfall and the tunnel behind it, the Mama T-Rex stops him in his tracks. The baby T-Rex looks up at its mother and smiles. The conniving mayor continues to run towards the tunnel holding the baby dinosaur as the Mama T-Rex and Chase race close behind.
Mayor Humdinger, let go of that baby.
Mayor Humdinger refuses to let go, so Chase calls for backup.
Hey, Pups, I could really use a little help here.
They're so far away. How are we gonna get there in time? Watch this! Dino Claw!
At Rex's command, his Dino Claw pops out of his pup pack. He uses it to swing from tree to tree to tree, getting closer and closer to Chase and the dinosaurs. The baby T-Rex spins around in Mayor Humdinger's hands. Its tail knocks Mayor Humdinger's top hat off his head, causing Mayor Humdinger to trip and let go of the baby T-Rex, who flies in the air.
Net!
At Chase's command, a cannon pops out of his pup pack and shoots a net that lands stretched across two trees. The baby T-Rex bounces off the net, flies in the other direction, and lands in Rex's Dino Claw. Rex carefully places the baby T-Rex next to its mother.
Great job, Pups!
Back at the Dino Center, Dr. Turbot and Taylor cannot thank the Paw Patrol enough. They love the new corral and are thrilled that all the mommy and baby dinosaurs are back together.
Whenever you have a dino-sized problem, just yelp for help.